Is that the one I want? Yes. Wow, it's not very bright though, is it? There we go. Hello, everyone. Hey, Tiny. It's true. We're doing it live. I was in the process of trying to get Spider-Man to a thematically appropriate location. Promising start. Yes, D. Hey, Schroeder. To a thematically appropriate location. I'm also recording this locally, so if something explodes, it was probably Tiny's fault. We're gonna rate the costumes. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be laid back. It's gonna be super chill.
Report to Turtle Bay. Over.
I should probably. I said it as just chatting, but I should probably honestly change that to the game. So let's do that real quick. How's everybody doing? What's up, everybody? How has everyone's week been? Is everybody ready for Spider-Man 2? It's technically unlocks in 3 hours. I checked, and it unlocks right at midnight. But I don't think I will have it in me to play right at midnight. We'll see. Where is it? Where is it?
Attention units, we've got reports of muggings in the
There
area.
it is.
Nearby officers, please proceed to the Bryant area.
We're gonna go there and do our nonsense. Am I meaning for the game to be in a small window? No, I'm trying to find the button to get it moved over right now. There, was that it? No, I'm on my multi-actions. What the fuck did I just hit? There we go. Okay. We're gonna go somewhere thematically appropriate. And we're gonna talk about Spider-Man costumes. Spider-Man's ignoring all these crimes right now. Crimes ain't shit. We're just gonna go into photo mode. It's the easiest way to do this, because they load instantly, thanks to the power of the PlayStation 5.
Attention units, there is a reported narcotics sale in progress. Please mobilize on Museum Mile.
Let's go to the top. Go to the top. So my plan is to play Spider-Man 2 tomorrow night. I was gonna play it off stream and then try to stream a New Game Plus run, but turns out New Game Plus is not gonna be in the game at launch. It's coming sometime later. Oh my god. Spidey. Alright. Let's give Spidey the best opportunity possible. Can I not just... Oop. They should be fine. Actually change this to orbit. Alright. There are something like 58 costumes in this, I think. I did the math, and I've already forgotten. So, everything's unlocked. I've got every suit in the game. Let's start with advanced. The Insomniac custom suit. I don't hate this costume. I hated it at first. It just did not click with me right away. But honestly, for this version of Spider-Man, I really dig it. There are some subtle changes to it in Spider-Man 2, but not much. I think for me, this is the baseline. This is the standard against which every other suit in the game is measured, right? This is the one where it's I'm not terribly excited about it because I saw it for most of story mode, but I don't hate it because it's grown on me. I don't know what you guys think about it, chat, but for me personally, I think this is a 7. I think this is a solid 7. It's not as notable in this game because of the ray tracing I have enabled. And it's not as noticeable in Spider-Man 2, but it did originally have like a really orangey tint to it that I think sucked. But they fixed that in Remastered with all the updated lighting. They fixed that in 2 with its corrected lighting. I think this is a solid 7. The only like real thing about it at this point that I don't care for is I don't like the the weird like pajama feet but his heels are covered thing. Not a huge fan of that. Everything else is great though. I think the white spider really grows on you after a while, especially the one on the back. Solid 7. It's all right. Hey, Mike. Which brings us to classic. We'll just go with... So there's 2 classic Spider. There's damaged and there's undamaged. I know I was just saying that the advanced grew on me, but the classic's a 9 for me. I love the classic Spidey suit, and I think Insomniac did a really good job with it. I think the belt's a little high, maybe? It makes him look like his pants are pulled up too high. But I think this is a 9 for me. It's classic Spidey. When it's done right, it's perfect. When it's done poorly, it's still pretty fucking good. I was reading some Clone Saga for some reason. And there are some fucking stinkers in that comic. Holy shit. There's one it's just like a modern retelling of the original Clone storyline, and Spidey looks like he's just got like 6 hams jammed in the top of his shirt. It's fucking crazy. 90s comics, man. Classic still a 9. I dig Battle Damage Spidey. This is better than the original. They redid the textures and some of the damage. But I'm glad they included this, but I'm glad like this wasn't much to unlock. I think you just get the damaged version. 4.5, Deep Alicia, explain yourself. This is where we find out that Jake hates Spider-Man. Belt does look too high. It's not as bad as the Marvel's Avengers Spider-Man, whose belt looked like it was like up around his stomach, and that just made him look like he constantly had a wedgie. But yeah, I wish the belt was a little lower. So I hope you guys are ready, because after this one, it's just weird comic book shit after this one. And I hope you're all ready. What if I should be writing these scores down in case I have to change my mind on any of these? Next up, Noir. I think Noir is Noir for me is another like 7. I think it's a really interesting concept, and I really like Spider-Man Noir. But there's 2 things for this one that don't click for me. Number 1 would be no coat. He doesn't have his coat. And number 2 would be I'm so used to the fedora now after Spider-Verse. But I think this is a really good take on Noir. I like that they included his little web gun. He doesn't use it, obviously. There will be no explanations. Jay's just gonna throw numbers in the chat. No explanations. Yeah, Noir's a 7 to me. I like the goggles. I like it, but I feel like it's missing something. Maybe if I had played with it more during the game. All right, Scarlet Spider. I mean, how do you improve on perfection? How do you improve on a perfect costume? This is actually going to be a 6 for me, though. Here's why. I don't hate the Scarlet Spider costume. The, like, sleek red jumpsuit with no lines, with the hoodie and whatnot. But first off, the hoodie is not, like, tattered or anything. It's way too clean. It's way too long because it looks like the hoodie is tucked into the belt. But also, they've added all these... the cake... He withstand his well-defined musculature. They've added all these like panels and seams and texture differences, and I know why you would do that. It's because it's gonna look kind of lame if he's just wearing like a textureless red onesie. But it's supposed to be something that been through together in an alleyway. So it winds up being a 6 for me because it's just too clean for what it's supposed to be. Love Scarlet Spider though. Also, I just noticed he's got a pair of fucking Tommy boots. What's up with that? Why does he need his toes segmented like that? Ben, explain your toes. 2.5D. We're gonna have a fight before this night's over, man. Armor Mark II. From one of the mini stories where Spider-Man was like, nobody's gonna die and I'm gonna make armor. I don't know, man. The problem with the Spider Armor Mark II is this would look excellent for any character that wasn't Spider-Man. I think Jake's right on this. I think it's a 7 because it is a cool design, but I wish... Man, this would have been great. This is a real costume. This is from the comics. I can't remember the name of the story. It's from a post One More Day story. Or Brand New Day story. And yeah, it has to do with like, he decides no one's ever going to die on his watch again. I think it's after Ends of the Earth. Because that was where he thought Silver Sable died, and he had a bit of a breakdown. So he made this armor. Yeah, I think maybe the color scheme is all that's wonky with this one. Yeah, I'll go ahead and tell you, Mike. All of these, except for maybe 2, are real costumes in the comics. Yeah. I think it's a 7, but again, I don't love it for Spider-Man. I think this would be great on like anyone else. All right, Secret War. This fucking costume. This hideous ass this is a 1 for me. I hate this costume. I hate this costume so much. It's from a book called Secret War, and basically what it was is Nick Fury goes to a bunch of Marvel heroes, and he's like, I need you guys to do a war crime. But he doesn't actually tell them they're going to do a war crime. He tells them they're going to go undercover in some country. I can't remember the country. And all of the heroes, it's like Spidey and Cap and Wolverine and Daredevil and a bunch of people. And they all get these new costumes so that they could go incognito, which doesn't make a lot of sense because everyone's costume is still resembles their superhero costume. It's just got this weird ass color scheme to it. Anyways, the thing about this that irks me the most though is it's ugly and I hate it, and it appears in like 2 panels of the comics it's from, but for some fucking reason it's been in every Spider-Man game that's come out since. I hate this. This is a 1. Full stop. Like even Tiny hates. Tiny's right. This has got graphic design as my passion energy. Dollar Tree Spider-Man Halloween knockoff. And like in story, that's what they were going for. But like, man, just put them all in black spy suits. Why do they need custom superhero costumes? It was a weird ass story. 1. Hate it. Start the No Way Home suit. Or not the No Way Home, the Homecoming suit, the Civil War suit. I don't hate it. I honestly really like this suit for the most part. Again, the like panel lines, I get why they're there. It's to break up the design so it looks good on screen, but I don't feel like you need those lines all over the blue. I don't mind the black around the arms. That's supposed to be like bracing for the webbing or something. But I generally like this costume. I like what the MCU did with Spider-Man. It's another 7 for me. Yeah, this is the Homecoming design, the Civil War design, the first MCU. Yeah, the first MCU Spider-Man. Negative. It's the negative color scheme applied to the advanced suit. It gets a 7. It gets the same rating as the advanced suit. I think Negative Zone Spidey is cool. It is a thing from the comics, but I don't think it's like better or worse. Like it's just another color scheme. It's fine. It's a 7. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Insulated, also a comic book suit. 4. This is a 4. It's from a story where he fought Electro. And so the suit is supposed to be insulated to protect him from electricity. But God, it's so ugly. It's a 4. It's a 4. It's so ugly and like weirdly padded and bulky, which doesn't work for Spider-Man because he's supposed to be fast. Just like, what's all these weird fucking straps on the back of his skull? You should honestly like read the story at some point to see if there's any explanation for most of this design. With so many bad Spidey costumes, brother, we've only just begun. This one's a 4. Spider-Punk. My gut is to say a 10, but I think he's actually a 9. And again, this is because like this design is cool. Were they trying to make him beefy? No, he's just padded. It's just padding. If you look at the original comic art, I should have pulled up some of the comic art of these costumes. It's all like obviously like just padding in the red bits that's sticking out. It's rough. It's rough. Yeah, Spider-Punk to me, after seeing the Spider-Verse take on Spider-Punk, saw that Punk Spidey with a vest at Fan Expo. The problem is I now feel like this Spider-Punk is almost too clean. I like the fucking Spider-Man logo on the back. That's great. I like it. I mean, like it's a 9 for me at the minimum. Once we get farther away from the Spider-Verse design, he might become a 10. I love Spider-Punk. Not the studded belt. It's Punk, Tiny. He just got out of Hot Topic. They match the back of his jacket. Look at those details on the back of his jacket. And his wrists. He's got studded web shooters. And, I mean, yeah, look at those shoes. I would wear those. Those not Chucks. Remember when everyone wore that? Get thee to a Hot Topic. Sure he has a duct tape wallet somewhere. Oh my god, what are the pins? Here we go. Let's see. Spidey, another Spidey. Can I get closer? Oh god. Actually, no. There we go. Oh god, too close. Spidey, a record, a web. I don't know what that yellow one's supposed to be. It's toast. Is it toast? It's toast. A UK thing, another spider. He's got a little skull. Oh god. Anarchy sign, weird smiley face. If these are things, I don't recognize them. Safety pin, yeah. He's cool, but he's not as cool as Spider-Verse made this character. The Anarchy. Dallas Cowboys? I don't think that's supposed to be a Dallas Cowboys pin on Spider-Punk. Just a thought, Shredder. I don't think Spider-Punk is a Cowboys fan. That feels like the least Punk thing he could possibly be. Spider-Punk's a 9. I love him. Wrestler. I'm torn on this. there's some great details on this. Like, I love the Mark 1 web shooters. Can I prove it? Can you not prove it, though? I like the old Mark 1 web shooters on this. The God, has he got Scarlet Spider's boots? No, he doesn't. It's fine for what it is, which is this game's take on the homemade wrestling costume. The human spider. Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem. It's like we've seen so many variations of this look and they've all looked better that this winds up being kind of nothing. I think if we had seen this in the story somehow, if there had been a sequence that showed him in his wrestling days, like, I think I would probably like this suit more. But on the flip side, I would have hated that sequence because I don't need to see Spider-Man's origin again. So I'm torn on that too. Like a 5. I'm indifferent to it. It's a 5. It's nothing. It's fine. It's fine. Bonesaw's ready. Uh-oh. Wait, there's drama I have to check up on real quick. Oop. Never mind. No, there's not. It's forgettable. Exactly. It's fine. I like it. I like the way they designed it to look, but you know. Fear itself. Oh God. This is another one from a comic. The comic is called Fear Itself. This is another Tony Stark created Spider-Man suit. Actually, in the comic, Tony makes Uru suits for all the superheroes so they can fight the Asgardian Serpent. Yeah, it's all got like, it's supposed to be scale mail, similar to like Thor has. I appreciate that this made it from like a story perspective, but I don't care for it. And the reason I don't care for it is 100% just those big honking gauntlets. If Spider-Man had just got like an Uru costume and it didn't have those gauntlets and it was this like blue and silver scale mail thing, I would honestly fucking dig it. You don't like the blue and green? I don't hate the blue and green because it's supposed to be like Asgardian, like glowing Uru metal, whatever. What about an Uwu suit? There's one of those. We're getting to it. Yeah, the gauntlets kill it for me though. Everything else about this I don't hate. So this is another like, oh God. I'm gonna say it's a 4. Not an Uru or whatever the fuck you said. Uru. It's another 4 for me. If it didn't have the gauntlets, it would be like a 6, I think. Like everything else about this, I can fuck with, but those gauntlets are just the least Spider-Man gauntlets you could possibly have made. Big Time. This is from a story called Big Time. So there is an explanation for why there's green on it. This is Spider-Man makes a suit that allows him to be invisible, but a side effect of that is he cannot see his body. So the green lines are treated with like a chemical that he can see in the suit, so he can see himself. It is an I think Scarlet Spider winds up with a better version of this suit. And again, this is another example where like they added all this padding and lines and paneling to it, and it winds up detracting from the suit. It's a 6 for me. I've always kind of dug this design, and it's close in the game, but it's not quite there. It's another example of one. I think a 6 is generous. No, I think this one's, and a lot of this is just the, like, I remember the story it's from. This looks way better in the comic, though. Spider Armor Mark III. Probably another 6 for me. We're getting into the more armored Spider-Man territory here. This was from Ends of the Earth, which was Doc Ock trying to fry the planet with a laser. was around the slot era you weren't reading. If you weren't reading the slot era, that was like a decade, man. There's a lot of Dan Slott there. This was good in the story. I think removed from the story, it loses a lot of its appeal, though. Another 6 for me, though. I like the design. I like the look of it. For like an updated version of the spider armor, it's fine. But yeah, outside of that story, it's cool, but it's not Spidey. I can see that. Because it was supposed to be, it's supposed to be representative of like a big moment for Spidey where he's like taking charge and trying to solve a like big world-ending threat. But yeah, you lose that and it's just Spider-Man in clunky armor. So yeah, another 6 for me. Okay. Now you're probably thinking, I'm going to say this is a 10. Starting to steer away from Friendly Neighborhood Spidey? Oh, half these costumes are Friendly Neighborhood. Now you're probably thinking I'm going to say this costume is a 10. But, oh, the spikes. It's a 9. It's a 9 for me. It's so close to perfect. But all the Spider-Man games make this mistake with this costume. First off, I have always loved the 2099 design with the weird skull and the weird like face design. I have always loved this design, but everyone tries to make it like this has all, again, the paneling and the textures, and it looks kind of armored. He doesn't have the cape when it's supposed to be like just the reason he has such a weird Spider-Man costume is because in the comic, it is a Day of the Dead Halloween costume that is just kind of appropriated out of necessity. And he just keeps it for years. So when you make it look armored, it's better than the one from Shattered Dimensions, where it was like kind of armored and also had like a weird like shimmering light going around it. But still, it's 2099. I appreciate too that they called it 2099 black. The suit is supposed to be black, but because of the way you illustrate black in comics, it looks blue in the comics, and so everyone always depicts it as blue. Whoop. Love this suit. If it had less of an armored look or it had the cape, it would be a 10 for me. It's a 9 as it is. So even editing Mike agrees. 2099 is better than literally everything. Give me a 2099 game, Insomniac. Oh god, that would be insane, actually. Iron Spider from the MCU. This is a 6 for me, too. That might be a little controversial. But again, it's another instance of like, it doesn't change enough from the comic. Or like, it doesn't change enough from the default suit. Oh god, I would love a playable Spider-Ham, honestly. Like, this just looks like a funky Tony Stark Spider-Man costume. And, like, it's fine. I don't hate it, but it's just not exciting to me. Not when you see, like, yeah, the design itself is cool, but, again, like, comic Iron Spider, so perfect for, like, Spider-Man, but made by Iron Man. So perfect. This just skews too close to what Spider-Man was already wearing. So, I don't hate this design, solid 6, but everything, like, the comics version of this is a million times better. The suit he gets after this in the movies is a million times better. Both of the suits he gets. I think I like the integrated suit better than this. Yeah. Velocity. This is an original one from the game. There is a comic about like why he makes this suit, but I don't care. I'm leaning towards a 3. It does feel like very Spider-Man-y, but just, I mean, goddamn, it's a no. Yeah, Tiny's a no smash. Tiny's a pass, no smash. Tiny would not hit that. It's so weird. It would make more sense as like a Spider-Man 2099 suit of armor. Yeah, that's a 3. I don't hate it. I wouldn't turn my nose up at it, but I don't think I ever wore this in the game. Spider Armor Mark IV, 9. This is a 9. This is a 9. I don't feel comfortable giving this a 10, but I love this. I loved this in the comic. I loved this, like, spider armor that looks like Spider-Man but is distinctly not. I love the glowing eyes and the symbol. Yes, I love the little things about this. Like the gloves, instead of being like that like 90-degree angle, there's like a slice to them. The boots have something similar too. It's just little changes. I fucking love this. The spider on the back, I think, is bigger too. Again, they've added more of the useless paneling. And again, I get why you do that, but yeah, this is a 9. Fucking love this. I love the way this looks in the game too. The reflections on this are fucking incredible. 9. This is a great era of Spider-Man comics too. God, I should go read some more old Spider-Man comics. Like actual good old Spider-Man comics, not the Clone Saga. 9. Spirit Spider. We're spending the bag was a little different. It doesn't match the rest of the vibes of the suit. I love the game struggling to load the next suit. I'm fine with it because it's supposed to be like, I think it houses some shit or something. Can't remember. I'd have to go back and look. I'm okay with it though. Spirit Spider. I think this is from a comic. It's supposed to be like Spider-Man but Ghost Rider. I think this is from a comic, but I couldn't tell you for the I don't know. Here's the thing. Maybe I don't hate this. Maybe I'm okay with this. Maybe I could get along with this. But he's got those grippers. He's got those grippers out, and I hate it so much. He looks like a ghoul from Fallout. I can see that too. Oh, God. But it is a neat concept. I'm going to give this another 3. I'm going to say this was a 3. Withers from BG3? Oh, that's a good one. This is the best one? Jake, I'm gonna feel real bad when this is over and I ban you from my chat. Oh, God. I need to... Was this in a comic? Spirit Spider comic book. Oh, it's... Okay, it's Peter on another Earth gets the Ghost Rider spirit, it looks like. Yeah, that's what it is. Earth 11638. Yeah, it's a 3. I don't know. 2099 white. I gave 2099 black an 8. Or a 9. I think this one's an 8. Because, like, I like this as an update to 2099. Let me make him stand up straight so you can actually... see these designs. Oop. Yeah. I like it as an update to 2099, but I don't like it as much as the original 2099 suit, you know? Like, it's good, but it's not as memorable. And again, they made this one look way too armored. It didn't look this armored in the comics, so yeah, if 2099 black is a 9, then 2099 white for me is an 8. Yeah, it's a good update though. Comic book 10. 10 out of 10. I love this suit. I love everything about this suit. The cell shading, the classic design. The belt looks a little lower than it does on the regular one, but maybe that's just my perception. I love everything about this. 10 out of 10. Best suit in the game. 10 out of 10. How can you not love this? Played so much of the game with this. And unfortunately, that's kind of jarring because you start playing with this and you wind up with like a massive story cutscene and it's like someone's dying and he's standing there and his fucking that package. He does got some cake. We are at caked up Spider-Man now. 10. Last Stand is another 8 for me. I love this design for what it is. I would not like want to see this become the regular Spider-Man design, but for like the story of this one is it's like Peter Parker at the end of his life and he's going into his last fight and he knows he's going to die. Had to pee. What did you miss? I don't know. What was the last one you saw, Tiny? This is Red Hood Outfitter Withers. Oh, we gave 29.9 White an 8. And we gave Comic Book a 10. And I give Last Stand an 8 because I like, you know, old Spidey. Hey, zombie. Old Spidey at the end of his whatever. This one's an 8. See, zombie gives. I assume that's for comic book Spidey, unless you're a huge Last Stand Spidey fan, Zombie Fighter. Comic book's the only one I use now. It's a good suit. It's a good suit. 11 out of 10. I will not be taking any questions. There's the Ubu suit Tiny was asking for. 11 out of 10. I will not be answering any questions. Help? What's the cake situation like? Cake could have used a little more time in the oven. But he makes up for it. Lacking cake. Plenty of frosting, though. 11 out of 10. Homemade? MCU homemade suit. I think it's a. I'm torn up. My gut says a 6, but maybe a 7 if you caught me in the right mood. Because I do like this design, but I don't know. There's something about it. There's something about it that's always a little shy for me. I think it might be the goggles. I like the goggles, but I think they're too prominent. I'm going to say a 6 for the homemade suit. It's a good take on this idea. Yeah. ESU suit. It's a 5. It's a 5. If I ranked it based on what you had to do to get it, it's a 1 because it's a pain in the ass to get until late game. But like it's a 5 for me. I think it would be higher if it was like a Civi's costume without the mask, because there's no like unmasked costume. But I think doing. Can't wait to put that on TikTok, Daddy. Did you guys know you can just upload clips to TikTok now straight from Twitch? It's so easy. Yeah, I think like the casual outfit with the mask, I think no mask, it would rank higher for me. If you're doing Streamliner, Twitch just has the option when you go to the page for the clip now to send it to TikTok or YouTube. It's just an option on the when you go to your clip page. That's how I sent the ones last night. Antioch suit. I think this is a 7. I think this is on par with the advanced suit, in that this was an original one for the game, and I think they knocked it out of the park. Almost like having a clipper is now needed. I will never say no to people who show up and make clips. I will never say no to people who hang out. Lurkers, chatters. People who say, was that added with Twitch stories? No, it was added a while ago, actually. I haven't looked at Twitch stories yet. I know they just added that. Yeah, another 7 for me. I think Insomniac's original designs, barring the Velocity suit that I don't care for, are really good. And I think this is a great, like, from a story perspective, I think this is solid. I don't think we'll ever see it again. But yeah, I really like this. You know, the idea that, like, Spider-Man made a suit out of the same stuff Doc Ock used for his tentacles. It's a great touch. 7. 6, I guess. This did show up in a comic. It was like a one-off. Think any suits will return in 2? I know some suits will return in 2. I have managed to remain largely spoiler-free about Spider-Man 2, but unfortunately, due to the nature of my job, I have not remained 100% spoiler-free. I've seen some of the suits, so I know there are some suits that show up that people will be very excited about. I mean, hell, I think everyone's embargo lifted today, so you can just Google it, and I'm sure, I know one of the sites I work for has a list of all the suits. Yeah, this one's a 6 for me. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I feel like I like it less now that I know it's from a Spider-Man and Deadpool comic. I liked it more when I thought it was a subtle nod to the original black suit design. It's fine. In the Deadpool comic, it's supposed to be like a Spidey that's turned kind of evil. In this, it's supposed to be like it's the suit Black Cat made him, which is why I thought it was a black suit reference. It's fine. It's a 6. It's fun. Is this another? I feel like this is from a comic. Resilient Spider-Man costume. Oh, where's my mouse? There's my mouse. No, this is another original suit. You got them bedroom eyes. Yeah, so this one's by Gabriel Delotto. It's the same guy who designed the Velocity suit. This is better than the Velocity suit. I give the Velocity suit a 3, right? I guess maybe a 4. I don't know. The problem for me with this one is it feels too similar to Spider UK, who is also in this game, and that's a better design. The eyes, I just read this, so I know this now. The eyes are a nod to how Delotto draws Spider-Man, if you look at any of his art. Yeah, it's all right. If you like it, I'm not going to judge you. But I don't know, it's just something about it doesn't sit right for me. Speaking of the devil, Spider UK, solid 6 for me. I love the design incorporating the Union Jack. Also, I like that in the game they gave him the multiverse watch, because this did come out after the original Spider-Verse. I don't know how many people here actually know this. Zombie may be the only one. It's not Spider-Man 2099 who assembles all the multiverse Spider-Man in the comics. It's Spider UK who is in his Earth Spider-Man, but in Britain. This is a good example of like incorporating the gimmick, but making the suit very streamlined. I'm not like sold on the feet again, like the splotches and wraps and whatnot, but from the ankles up, I think this is a really good costume. It's 6 for me again because it's, I'm not super excited about it, but I like it. I like the spider on the back too. That's a good design. So yeah, 6. Scarlet Spider 2. So this is the one I was talking about earlier. It's the second Scarlet Spider's costume. I honestly didn't know, but I liked it over 99. Like that over 99 getting them all together. I think 99 doing it made sense for the movie, but I like it better with him with it being Spider UK in the comics. This is supposed to be like a modified version of that black and green number. In the comics, it's never really like stood out to me like that. I really like this suit though. Part of me feels like the black and red should maybe be switched on it, but I think it works. I mean, he is the Scarlet Spider, so it makes sense he would be entirely red. This is another example though of like all the like seams and paneling. It's not as bad as on the other Scarlet Spider, but I think they just detract from the overall design, the overall aesthetic. You know what? I've talked myself into it. It's a 7. I'm giving this one a 7. I'm putting this on par with the advanced suit because I just like the simplicity of this design. I'm a sucker for a simple comic book costume. I don't need anything complex. I don't need 60 pouches. I don't need weird zigzags. I just want a clean, simple design that makes me go, oh, a comic book character. That's cool. 7. I talked myself into it. 9. If you disagree, fuck you. The Armor Mark 1 is rad as shit. And I love this like modern update on it where the like, because in the original 60 pouches in the comics, minimum, if you're reading a 90s comic and they have fewer than 60 pouches, they're not a superhero, they're a bystander. The 61st pouch is where all the power is stored, you know. The original Spider armor in the comics was very like clunky, and it was literally just like Spider-Man's costume, but the red was replaced with silver. So I like the way they've sort of updated this. So it's like more of a helmet, more of an armor suit, utility or nothing. Exactly. Yeah, 9. I love the modern Spider armor. I've got a figure of it on my shelf. I think it's great. I wore this for a lot of the time I was swinging around cleaning up side quests and whatnot. It's a great design. I love the reflections on it too. What a good fucking game this is. You don't need me to tell you that Spider-Man's a good game. Here we go. This is what I was talking about earlier. The comic book Iron Spider is so much better than the MCU Iron Spider. This one's still a little busier than it is in the comics. The comics one looks a lot more like it's just a cloth costume with some gold bits on it. But yeah, this is a 9? I think this is a 9. I think this is another 9. I really like this one. Are you? Oh, that's a hype. I thought that said what the fuck from up here. Does it have the arms? Yes, the arms are the suit power. So you can use the arms, or I think it didn't come with the arms actually, but like the MCU Iron Spider's arms, there's an arms suit power you can use with that. I can't remember I don't think it's the comics accurate ones. I think it's the 4 arms from the movie, but you do have the arms. Because in the comics, he also only had 3 arms, which I can't remember why it was only 3, but whatever. Anyways, I love this design. I think it's way better than the MCU Iron Spider. I wish they had gone with something closer to this for the movies. I get why they didn't, but I wish they had. I remember when this suit was new. What a period in time that was. Spider Clan. I know nothing about this suit. I read a little bit about it. It's from like the manga, I think. I feel like manga was what it's from. It's fine, I guess, if that's what you're into. It's another like 5 for me because I don't know enough about it to pass judgment, but I don't hate it enough to tell you it sucks. It's fine. I like his wrapped fists. That's pretty neat. Sneakers, I guess. Miles does it better. I don't know. It's a 5. I feel indifferent to the Spider Clan, but I don't hate the Spider Clan. The Aikman armor. Another one I don't know a lot about. It's from a Spider-Verse tale. This is a guy named Aaron Aikman, who's the Spider-Man of his Earth. To me, like, this is probably another 6, because for me, this ranks at the same space as the Mark IV armor. Mark III armor? Mark III armor. The Ends of the Earth armor we looked at earlier. I don't hate it. I feel like there's more going on to it than I realized just by like looking at the design. It's got a very like, I'm going to go pilot the mech now aesthetic to it, which I dig. It's another one of those things where like, it's cool this is in the game, and like as a costume in the game, I'm indifferent to it and I don't care much. But if you put this in a comic with this character and I read that, I would probably really enjoy it. So I'm going to give it a 6 because I dig a lot of it. It's got the same vibe I'm looking for with the Tokusatsu armor that's coming in Spider-Man 2. Get in the mech, Spidey. If you don't pilot the mech, Spider-Man, Uncle Ben will have to pilot it again. Cyborg Spider-Man. Can we please make sure Tiny is present for Cyborg Spider-Man? Calling Tiny for Cyborg Spider-Man. As you can tell, not enough pouches to be a superhero in the 90s. So fun fact, even though it's called Cyborg Spider-Man, that's bullshit. In the storyline, that's a brace because he like broke his arm and a mad scientist gave it to him. Man, I don't know. Like, I don't know why this is in the fucking game over the suits that aren't in the game. Like, man, this is such a weird one-off, like, gag suit to incorporate in Marvel Spider-Man. It's a 4 for me. I get the meme. It's funny, I guess, but I just... Oh, God, I don't care. I wouldn't mind if we had a suit that was just the, like, torn to shit stitched up suit, though. I think that's a cool detail, but God, the arm, the eye patch that is clearly over the intact mask lens, the belt, it's a 4. It's a 4 for me. Spider-Verse, 10. 10. It's a 10. I love this design, love this character. I love that it's like kind of animated, but not quite. It's got the like line hatching to it. I don't know how well you can tell that while I'm... Oh God. Yeah, it's got the like line hatching on it. It looks great swinging around the city. Yeah, this one's a 10. Movie's a 10. Best Spider-Man movie ever. Well, I could zoom in the orbit view. I don't know why I wasn't doing that. Anyways, 10. 10. 10, full stop. Raimi Webbed, you know what? Oh God. Maybe this is controversial where I say I think it's a 9. I loved this design at the time, but I don't think it's... I don't know, man. I feel like I'm about to like talk out my ass a little bit. The imperfections with the suit, which do exist, regardless of the fact that we don't want to admit it, because look, I grew up with this costume too. I was nostalgic as shit for it. This is a great suit, but like the raised webbing only really works on this suit. The belt is again too high, and that's from the movie too, because the belt is too high in the movie, and it's from behind, it looks fucking weird. I love this costume to death. It looks so fucking good. I had multiple shirts with this costume on it. You're in class and couldn't pay attention? What's up? Here you go, Tiny. Tiny, how would you rank Cyborg Spider-Man real quick? Let's give Tiny a minute. Oh my God, lol. So Smash. Oh, spoilers. Spoilers, but there's another 10 coming up. Yeah, this one's a 9 for me. I love this suit, but God, just the things about it that have aged terribly. What was that for, Tiny? Was it for the bombastic bagman? You know what? No, fuck you. It's an 11. It's an 11. Here's why. Number one, I love the reference to the bombastic bagman. Is this accurate? No, because Bagman had no gloves or shoes. But here, number one, I love the reference. Number two, this is a really good Fantastic Four design. It's not perfect. Again, too much paneling in places. But this is a really good Fantastic Four costume. And Insomniac just like snuck it in there. 11. This suit fucking rules. I love Bagman. This is the closest we came to a black suit era Spider-Man costume in this game. Do you guys realize that? This is the closest this game comes to doing anything related to the black suit. That's fucking hilarious. Like the paneling is concise and not overdone. Exactly. I think the bit around the thighs is a little much, but like I like the bit up the sides to break up the monotony of all the blue. I like the gloves, the bands around the gloves that match the boots. It's a really good Fantastic Four costume. I really hope we get to see Insomniac do something more. Do something more with the Fantastic Four. 11. I will fight anyone who says otherwise. Future Foundation, this suit's a 9 for me. It would be a 10 if you could inverse the color like in the comics, but I fucking love this suit. Shit. Actually, maybe it's an 8. It's an 8. It's an 8. Here's why. I forgot until I looked at it again. It's the eyes. The lenses on the eyes are so fucking thick. Look at those lenses. So it's an 8 because of that, but goddamn, I love. This was another one straight from the comics. This was after the Human Torch was thought to be dead. And the Fantastic Four rebranded themselves as the Future Foundation, and Spider-Man joined up. And they gave him this. And the gimmick with the suit was the colors could swap, so it could either be primarily white or primarily black. If there was a way to swap the colors, it would be a 10 for me. But no game does that. They all only use the primarily white variant. But goddamn, this suit looks good. I also enjoyed an era where Spider-Man was allowed to yet again be more of a scientist. We talked about this a little bit while we were playing the game. Not enough stories lean into the fact that Spider-Man's a scientist anymore. Eight. Wow, did Insomniac really do 2 stealth Fantastic Four costumes in this game? That's crazy. Zabi agrees. Upgraded suit. What did I say the Far From Home suit was? Did I say it was a 6 or a 7? Oh, man. Yeah, I like it overall, except I've always thought the like black on the forearms was a little too much. I think if those were shorter, so they were more like, I don't want to say fingerless gloves because that sounds a little too 90s edgelords, but I think that black bit on the gloves is a little much. I don't mind the black. Spidey's suit was originally designed to be red and black, but then like coloring issues, and then everybody started doing it up as blue. I think a 6. I think a 6. It's good. This would have probably been my favorite MCU Spidey if we hadn't gotten Final Swing. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, it's good. It's a 6. I don't know why there's a Night Monkey suit in this game. It's a weird decision. I guess Night Monkey's another 6 for me. I wish they'd make a Night Monkey game already. Weird that they put. God, do you remember the like? I remember when the set photos of this suit first leaked, and everyone lost their shit because they thought it meant Venom. Because everyone was like, black suit, black suit. Does it have the dumb? No, they took the logo off the chest. Thank God. That always bugged me in the movie that he was supposed to be in like a stealth costume, but he still had a Spider-Man logo on his chest just so you could market it. Andrew Garfield's amazing Spider-Man costume. I have had differing opinions about this suit over the years. I think, much like the previous two, this is a solid 6 for me. The second suit from Amazing Spider-Man 2 might be a 10 as far as live action Spider-Man costumes go. I like about 50% of this suit. I don't hate the gloves. I don't mind the like face design. The giant spider is a little much, but I don't hate it. But I'm not a huge fan of the straps going up the legs. I think if that was just a normal belt, I would have liked it a lot more. The boots are fine, I guess. But also like he's naturally a very, very skinny guy. And I think this suit really was designed to emphasize that, and it just made him look so fucking scrawny. But it's like if you're wanting to do like a good updated, like a new take on Spider-Man, this is a good shot. I almost, as much as I love that Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit, I kind of wonder if they had just refined this one a little bit, what we would have wound up with. Because man, it's like night and day, and there's no explanation for why he changed the look so drastically between movies. Yeah, this is another 6 for me. I don't know what this is from, actually. It's supposed to be like a manga design. Arachnid Rider. What are you from? Oh, it's another original design. Yeah, it's just they tried to make a common rider. I think they did that better with a tokusatsu suit coming in Spider-Man 2. But this is fine for like a common ridery Spider-Man suit. It's fine. I'm gonna say a 5 because like I'm not excited about it, but I don't hate it. I do dig that it's got like kind of the manga aesthetic to it with the color and the lines and the way the light hits it. Not very Spider-Man-y, no matter how many giant spiders you put on it. I don't know what's up with that like weird horn. He almost looks like a persona. Yeah, 5. Is Black Cat in Spider-Man 2? I think so. She's in the DLC for this one. Don't quote me on that though. Advanced armored. I gave the regular advanced a 7. I'm gonna say this is a 6. I don't hate it. I don't feel like it's an improvement on the regular advanced suit though. It's fine. It's weird how like I don't know what's going on here because it looks like it's a whole new suit, but also with all the like weird like panels, it looks like they're supposed to be cutouts and he's wearing this over the suit, but then you look at like the arms and that's clearly not the case. So I don't really know what the fuck is supposed to be going on here. It's fine. Miles got a way better armored advanced suit. We'll look at that in a moment. It's fine. It's fine. 6. Hybrid suit from Far From Home. Another 6. I'm just gonna give all the MCU costumes 6 because like they're fine, but I don't. I like this one better than the Iron Spider or the black suit separately. Black suit advanced hybrid. What did they call it? Shit, I was just looking at it. Upgraded. I like this one better than the Iron Spider or the upgraded suit individually. I think the giant gold spider adds a lot to this design. But I just, again, it's like too much black in places where I think it should be red. 6. 3. Look, I was super stoked for this when it was announced because I thought it was going to be like a cool new design or like a negative zones, and it's just Spider-Man's wearing his suit inside out, and those are all supposed to be wires. It's 3. I was so disappointed by this in the movie. This thing that was designed so you could make toys because you didn't have the other 2 Spider-Men signed yet. 3. What a fucking travesty this look was. 3. I think that's it. Okay, so what did we give 10s to? Undies and Bagman and animated. Was that it? Wow. Spoodermans. Yeah, I mean the general takeaway from this is most of the suits are good. Most of the suits are good. There's not a lot of suits in here. Yeah, comic book is the best one in the game, hands down. Largely the problem is I'm a nitpicky pain in the ass about a lot of these costumes. But yeah, I mean, here you go. Best. Where is it? Ah, not you. There we go. Best suit in the game, though, hands down. This one's fucking awesome. Does everyone agree on that, by the way? Are we all in agreement on that? This is the best suit in the game? 100 out of 10? I can agree on that. 100 out of 10. I mean, it's no spider cake. I love the game struggling to load Peter's giant spider package right there. Sorry, is that a reflection or does Peter have a happy trail? You know, we're going to get off that suit now. We're going to move on now. Obviously, before we begin, disclaimer, Spider-Man Miles Morales is the better game of the 2. And if you disagree, just know that you're wrong, but that's okay. You're allowed to be wrong. This is the better of the 2 games. I'm sorry. You're just going to have to live with that knowledge. You're just going to have to live with the knowledge that Miles Morales is better than the original Spider-Man game. You're also going to have to live with the knowledge, and this is hard for me too, that Miles Morales, I'm sorry, he's a much more interesting character than Peter Parker. I'm sorry, I'm just telling you guys the truths right now. I'm just giving you guys some hard truths. Disagree just because someone had to say it? You're allowed to be wrong. Look, I encourage people to be wrong in my chat, Zombie. It's okay. Let's start with. First let me choose the game real quick, and then we'll burn through these real quick. Miles has fewer costumes. I think I already said this, but he has better costumes in many cases, in my opinion. Sportswear suit is not one of those. It's fine. It's the very first thing you're wearing in the game. It's Miles before he gets his actual Spider-Man costume. Don't question the fact that he's clearly wearing a Spider-Man costume underneath his hoodie in this picture. Just stop, chat. Just don't question it, chat. It's fine. It's fine, chat. It's a 5. It's a 5, and here's why. Because, it's fine. It's fine. It's a story suit. This one might be a little controversial, though. This is an 8. And here's why. This is not just the Great Responsibility suit is not just a great story suit. This is what he wore in his first appearance in the comics when he showed up. In the Ultimate Comics, Miles got bit by the spider. And while he was trying to determine, what do I do with this? I should go ask Spider-Man for help, was when Ultimate Peter Parker died. And so he, stole a Halloween costume or something and modified it. I can't remember what he did or how he arrived at this, but this is what he's wearing when he first appears. I really like that they incorporated that into the story. This is an 8 for me. I love it for that. It's, again, a really good, here's your kind of janky Spider-Man costume, Miles. It's cool. The Miles Morales homemade suit. This is an original design, I believe. They just wanted to give him an equivalent to the homemade costume. It's like a 6. It's like a 6 for me. It's fine. Again, it's kind of the same thing as like Peter's homemade costume. There's just something missing, you know? And I don't know what it is. I feel like he should have a hood. Way better ones to come. I'm also of the opinion that Spider-Man should not wear Tim's. I know that that's Miles' thing, is he's got like the coolest fucking shoes out of anybody, but I feel like he would not be able to stick to the walls in Tim's. I don't know. It's a 6 though. Tracksuit. He's got the damn tabby feet again. Oh man, I also just realized like how long his arms are too. Wow, they are really highlighted in this suit how long his arms are. I think this is a 4. I think the color scheme doesn't work for Miles. I think there's just way too much like glaring white on this. This is another like original one for the game. I think this is another Delota design. This is supposed to be like Miles' equivalent to the Velocity armor. It's a 4. It's a 4. Animated 10. It's criminal that this is the only version of like Miles's actual comic costume we get in this game. Because like while the advanced suit he gets is like a take on that costume, it's very different still. I wish there was like a non-cell shaded version of this, but this is a 10. Both animated suits fucking rule. 10. Brooklyn Visions, like a 7. That feels high. I know. I really like Miles's like Spider-Man of the community vibe. They kind of do it in the comics, but not as much. And I think Insomniac really nailed that in their game. And so like the suits like this, that's like Miles dressed up for school and whatnot, I think they are fantastic because they harken back to that. So 7, just because I like the nods to the fact that he's like part of the community. Crimson Cowl. It doesn't feel like Miles. There's, again, like, it doesn't feel like a Miles costume. And I don't know what it is. Is it the hood? Is it the fact that the hood is so small? That's a very, like, tight hood. I've never worn this in game either. Like, just something about the design, the color scheme, the fact that it looks like he's wearing a jacket. It's 5. It's a 5. It's a 5 because I'm indifferent. What was that? That's a 5. If I keep going, I'm going to make it 4. It's 5. Strike suit. 1. What the fuck is this? This is a 1. What the fuck is this? This weird insectoid, slimy looking scaly bullshit with these massive fucking arms? What the fuck is this supposed to even be? And that collar. It's so overdesigned. It is the aesthetic opposite of everything Miles Morales is. This is a 1. This is the worst suit out of both games, I think. It's wild that Miles has some of the best suits, but also, like, this has to be... What was the other one I had a 1. What was the suit I ranked a 1 in the last one? The Secret War suit. Fuck. Oh my god. Anyways. The End Miles, 7. This is a 7. Let me tell you why. I'm not gaudy as fuck. It is gaudy. Yeah, that one was gaudy as fuck. I'm not sold on the camo pants necessarily, and a lot of that is because it looks like he's got them hiked up to his fucking chest. So the camo pants, not 100% on. Everything else about this suit fucking slaps, though. I like the like open jacket with the hood, and I think that like this is important to note. Like, jacket here looks cool. Jacket here looks lame as shit. Cool? Lame. Everything else about this is supposed to be the last guy was meant for a Firefly, a Spidey villain? Maybe. This is from the comic The End. It's an older Miles. It's like a old man Miles, and it's supposed to be his last adventure where he dies at the end. So like again, like bearing that in mind. I also really like the spray painted spider on the back. Yeah, the pants are the only thing that holds this one back for me, and even then, like, I'm not saying no to them. So 7. So Miles' 2099 suit. I think this is a 6 for me. There's a lot of good things here. I like the shade of blue. I don't hate the hood. I don't hate the fins. What I do hate is all the white. I feel like the white makes this too busy. If it was just, or maybe it's some of that blue that they got around. I'm just now noticing that. I think if you removed one color from this suit, it would be perfect. I don't even like, I think Miles of the Hood is pretty cool, honestly. It does have kind of a tracksuit vibe to it that I'm not a huge fan of. You know? But, yeah, Miles of the Hood is cool. I think if you removed one color from this, if you removed one color and then also, like, maybe he doesn't need the color highlights on the back of his sheds, and he could just be wearing shoes. It's close. I like the glowing eyes. I like the simplified color scheme of the mask because it gets rid of the red highlights on the mask. And I don't even hate like this update to the 2099 emblem. Yeah. I think if you just got rid of the white or replace the additional, like the lighter blue with more white to balance it out. I don't know. There's something off about it. Spider-Verse 10. 10. 10. 10. I will say, I don't care for the suit mods in this that give you the 30 FPS and the like sound effects, but like 10. Like what a good fucking Miles design this is, storyline wise and everything. 10. I love this look. Should watch Spider-Verse again. I haven't watched it in a while. What a good movie. Insomniac's take on Miles is classic. I think an 8. 9? Maybe a 9. Maybe an 8. Maybe a 9. I really like Miles' costume. It is like rumored to be based on Alex Ross's designs for like an updated costume for the first one. This is your 100 out of 10? I already know my 100 out of 10. I already know my 100 out of 10, see. But this will be fine. The Spider-Verse costume is your 100 out of 10. That's fair. That's fair. I think that's fair. But yeah, I think, again, similar to the way I was saying about some other things, the paneling, the lines, the like more armored aesthetic, I think makes this one a little too busy sometimes. But this is a really good, like, this universe's take on Miles' costume. So this one's a 9. Why am I fighting it? This one's a 9. It's Miles. It's great. It's a 9. Fucking love Miles. Uptown Pride. I really like this suit for what it is meant to be. Again, I like Miles Morales is the Spider-Man of the community. And this is the community costume that everybody got for Miles. I'm not a huge fan of the color, that like gold, but yeah, I think it's an 8. I think it's an 8 because it's not as good as its classic in my opinion, but what it represents I think is really important. 8. Winter, this is a 9. This is a 9. No, fuck it. Fuck it. This is a 10. This is a 10 for 2 reasons. Number 1, Miles with like accessories, fucking adorable. Fucking adorable. Number 2, these are he gets this from Haley. Not Tiny, not our Haley. He gets this from Haley in the game. And she's fucking adorable, and I love her. And her associate, it's a 10. It's a 10. This is great. She's great. I mean, Tiny's great too, but Insomniac Haley, well, that could still be Tiny. You hope she returns? She's returning. Insomniac already like showed her off and everything. She'll be in the game. She is, I think, a pretty significant part of the story, of Miles' story, actually. Okay. I've never actually. Is that the cool S on his sleeve? I've never actually looked at this one before. Is that the cool S on his sleeve? Oh my god. Oh no, Miles. Oh god. You know what? 7, just for that S. It's a 7 just for that S. I hate everything about it, but that S made me laugh, so it gets a 7. Tiny, I was saying nice things about you. Don't give me that Kappa face. If you had played this game, you would also agree with me that Insomniac Haley is adorable. She's the best. What the fuck is this? Holy shit. Okay. The programmable matter suit. Here's the thing. This is like a bonus suit. You can unlock. Who? Oh, I thought the Kappa face was to my comments, but it may have been to this fucking god awful nightmare. No, there's a character. There's a deaf girl in Harlem named Haley who is Miles's like quote unquote girlfriend in the game, and she's fucking adorable. And she gives him her scarf and hat so he won't be cold, cause she's awesome. Here's the thing about the programmable matter suit. I think this would be a great costume if it fucking did anything. I thought you were referring to you by your government name for a second. No, you're not in trouble. It does like it changes your finishers a little bit. Like some of your finishers will use arms, like the Iron Spider. But that's it. Like it doesn't do anything else. And outside of that, it's just kind of gaudy, if we're being honest. I'm gonna say a 4. I'm gonna say a 4. I don't know what I mean, it's so weird. Yeah, I remember when I unlocked it, I thought like maybe it'll do something cool, like maybe it like changes shape when I'm fighting or when I'm swinging. No, it just looks like he's wearing a bunch of bricks. Purple Rain, the Prowler costume you unlock. There is, God, I have such a mixed opinion on this one. There's a lot about this that I like. I don't hate the idea of like Miles getting a Prowler costume with that color scheme. I'm not a huge fan of the like gauntlets and the claws with those huge canisters around his wrist. Rip Prince. I'm also like, I don't think the spider emblem design is bad on this one, but the green is so green. Black and green's a view. It's an 8 or a 9. That's fair. I think for me it's a 6. I really like the storytelling in this one. I don't know if you noticed in stream, I was getting a little choked up sometimes in this one. This is a very emotional game. Yeah, I like the idea of like Miles gets a Prowler themed costume. Purple would be a 10. I mean, there's purple at the top. If we, wow, Miles, why are you so aggressive? Yeah, it's like from the shoulders up is purple, I believe. Yeah, for me, it's a 6. I don't know, something about the colors of the layout or something doesn't make it higher for me, but yeah, I mean, you're in the purple and green. This is a 10 for you, hands down. I think the legs have purple too. I think it's just like the middle torso is black. It's a little hard to tell because I'm on Avengers Tower at sundown. But yeah. It's 6 for me. 100 out of 10. That's it. Full stop. It's 100 out of 10. I don't even have to show you anything beyond this profile right here. 100 out of 10. If this is not in Spider-Man 2, I will be getting a refund. This costume fucking rules. Yeah, 100 out of 10. It has a cat. The cat's name is also Spider-Man. And when you do finishers, the cat comes out of the backpack to smack whoever you're fighting in the head. And also, like, I'll do it for a little bit when we get done here. We're almost done with the costumes. While you're swinging around, the cat is just constantly meowing, and it's the best thing ever. 100 out of 10. This is Miles's best costume. I wonder, like, because there is some like differences to the suit here. Like the legs are different and the mask is different. So I wonder what like the torso looks like. I'm curious what the rest of this design is. 100 out of 10. The hoodie looks comfy. And cat. I don't give a shit about anything else. Cat. Look at him. Cat. Look at him. Cat. Fucking the best. The best suit out of the entire franchise here. $100 out of 10. Boom. Spider training. We should just stop the count right here. Just nothing's gonna compare. This is what he's wearing at the end of the Spider-Man 1 DLC. You want to get Nessie a Spider-Man mask? Oh my god. Do it. I'm gonna say a 5. Again, much like the sportswear suit at the beginning, like it's fine. I'm not like, I don't think it's a 0. Like I said, I like the stuff that represents Miles as a member of the community, but it's just Miles. This is like the ESU costume from the other game. If he didn't have the mask, I would rate it higher because then it would be a Civvies costume. But we don't have a Civvies costume. They have to wear a mask. And I'm sure there's a reason for that. Last one, the advanced tech. This is the last suit they added to the game. It's an updated version of the classic. Sort of like how Spider-Man had that advanced armored suit, advanced tech. I think this one's a 6 for me. I like that it's an update of his classic costume. I really like that spider emblem on the chest, honestly. And the one on the back's pretty cool too. It's got a little bit of a glow to it. Like this is a decent like armored version of his classic costume. But like that's it. Like it's a 6 because it's like it's better than indifferent, but still it's, you know, Miles hands down better costumes than Peter, but also worse costumes than Peter. Oh no, they both only had one suit that I ranked 1. But I ranked more suits 10 for Miles. Because there's only a couple of suits for Peters that I ranked higher than a 9. This is the last suit, right? Yes, this is the last suit. Anyways, like, look, it's Bodega suit all the way. I'm sorry. This is the best thing that has ever been put in a Spider-Man game. This is the best thing ever. Hang on, let me go.
Heads up. Donation stand's getting mugged near you.
Let me go beat someone up so you can see the finish here. I'm so fucking good.
Robbers at that donation stand.
I can't let you do this.
Not on my watch.
Yeah! It's so good!
How you like that?
Is it bad that Miguel is your favorite Spider-Man after the cat? No, I like Miguel a lot. I don't know if I'd call him my favorite Spider-Man, but he's definitely like one of my favorite comic book characters. Oh, the cat didn't activate that time.
Spider-Man saves the holidays.
100 out of 10. So the best suits out of Insomniac's game, Bodega Cat and Animated Spider-Man. Like, hands down. Kitty was napping. Yeah, he tuckered himself
I
out.
wasn't sure how I'd stop them.
Most important thing is you're okay.
Another Christmas gone.
Anyways. This was me ranking the Spider-Man suits. Hey, if you like stuff like this, let me know and we'll do stuff like it more often. We'll probably definitely do something like this with Spider-Man 2 once I get all the suits unlocked. They talk to each other. They're the best. Yeah, Spider-Man 2 tomorrow night. I don't know what time. I will send a message in Discord and tell you guys when I'm live. I will get this up as a VOD on the YouTube. I recorded it too. I might try to do something fancy and edit it. I've been getting that itch to edit videos or do a podcast or something again. Yeah, big hype. Yeah, Spider-Man 2 tomorrow night. I will send a tweet out when I'm live. I'm gonna try to stream the story mode, but I also need to play it like quickly because work, you know. So, yeah. We'll see what happens. I might try to burn through a little extra on the weekend, but who knows? But I'm going to call this here because if I stick around too long and I'm streaming at midnight, I'm going to start fucking Spider-Man and I do have to work in the morning, so I can't do that. No matter how bad I want